Thank you.
Thanks, John.
Okay, if there's no more hands, we'll move into our Manchester United press conference, which is embargoed until 10:30 on Sunday, and we'll start with John Percy.
Hi, Brendan.
Hi, John.
You're playing United on Tuesday. You've beaten 5 of the top 6 this season. Obviously, if you beat United, that means you've done a clean sweep. What's that say about the players and the evolution of the squad that you're even talking about completing the Big 6 sweep?
Yeah, well, it shows you how well they've done in a lot of the other games. We've got to play the Europa League finalists and the Champions League finalists in 2 of our last 3 league games. So that shows you how these players have done to be up there competing and fighting. So, but we're very close to achieving what it is we want. But we know we have to really fight, John, and of course. Now, we've made it difficult for ourselves. That's the reality. The last 2 games, we haven't got the results that we wanted to. And now means that we've got to really push and look to win these games and start with the next game.
James Mercy, please.
Hi, Brendan. Good evening.
Okay, James.
I'm sure Kasper would be a bit disappointed with conceding 4 goals, to say the least. But I mean, to be fair, he made a fantastic early save, didn't he? And just going to United as your captain and keeper, he can have a big role to play, I imagine, on Tuesday night. Is that fair?
Yeah. He made a huge save for us earlier in the game. We made a poor defensive mistake, but yeah, his concentration is at the highest level all the time. And so there's nothing that he really could have done in terms of the goals. He's such an important player for us. But yeah, like us all, we're disappointed with the result. We've won a lot of games this season, but when we lose together. And that's the spirit. We've seen the spirit in the second half. We keep going, keep fighting, keep running. And we'll have to take that spirit into the next game.
Is Kasper's sort of concentration then the levels that you want the other lads to aspire to in these remaining games? Is that fair? Because he's always been quite intense character, it seems, Kasper.
Yeah, the likes of him, Johnny, Vards, these boys are experienced players. We've got a lot of young players, in our back line. So yeah, that's something, and something I mentioned before. Leading into this period that. When you're challenging at the top end of the table or for trophies, and the concentration level has to increase. You've got to be really, really focused. That's the real hard part about this season. And because if you're not and you go loose, you'll get punished. And that's what happened to us tonight. Our concentration was nowhere near good enough in certain aspects of our defending, and made too many mistakes.
Thank you.
Keith Daly, please.
Hi, Brendan.
Hi, Keith.
Hi, good to see you. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer said today that he might have to change his full team for one of the remaining fixtures. They've got 6 games in 17 days. Do you have any sympathy for him?
Yeah, I do. I've got empathy for him. It's a hell of a schedule to play, as you say, Thursday, play Sunday, play us Tuesday, Liverpool. It's tough. It's tough physically for the players, and no matter how good a squad you have or how big it is, it's a tough turnaround.
And what about for you guys having a midweek game ahead of the FA Cup final? How difficult is that to contend with? I guess you'd have wanted the whole week to prepare with the players.
Well, listen, it is what it is, isn't it? Chelsea will have a game midweek as well, So for us, it'd be good to get a game. In all fairness, to try and get tonight out of the system. We'll recover and then get ready to go again.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Okay, we'll finish with Jordan Blackwell.
Hi, Brendan.
Hi, Jordan.
You obviously lost to Bournemouth at a similar stage last season. It felt like a similar kind of defeat. Was there anything you can learn from that game in terms of how to pick the players up ahead of Tuesday?
No, listen, you can relate lots of games to similar moments, can't you? It's, tonight was just a really disappointing performance. It was, I think it was shown over the course of the season how the squad and team is developing, but it's just about concentration, and if you're concentrated, it gives you less possibilities to make mistakes, and we lacked that, and if you do that against good players, they'll punish you. So yeah, that's the learning. You've got to be really focused, and it's a stage of the season where when you're challenging, especially when you get young players, then that's the learning that they will that they need to have in order to succeed at this level. So it was a different game to last year. We actually played quite well last year in the first half, and then we had a man sent off. Different here, we lost a really poor goal, made too many mistakes in our passing, but ultimately we didn't defend well enough, and that's normally not something that we would do.
But will it be a case of needing to do something extra to pick the players up? Could it be more damaging than just a defeat earlier in the season?
No, I think that my approach has always been to, I'm always here to support the players. That's my role. I'll always, never get too carried away with them when we win, never too disappointed when we lose. I'm always disappointed, of course. But the nature of this game and sport at the highest level is you have that disappointment. I'll go home tonight, analyse the game. We can see some more of the details, of the game, and then go back in over the next few days and look to help them improve on that. And that's what the game's about, So yeah, it's support. It's getting around them. It's being candid and where we can be better, and then get into the next game and let's fight. And because everything is to play for still.
And just one more quick one, if you wouldn't mind. I know he played there against Leeds in the centre of that three-man back line, but do you think Wesly has that kind of the leadership and organisational skills that you need to be that man in the middle of a three-man defence?
Well, like you said before, he's done it before and he's done it exceptionally well. And I thought Wesly was outstanding tonight, in all fairness. He was very, very good. So yeah, we'll assess each game. He was very strong. He was very aggressive this evening. He had a couple of loose passes that weren't so good, but he's 20 years of age, and I think as a young player at this level, he's been exceptional, and I thought he was really strong for us this evening, and it would have been a good test for him up against Callum Wilson, who's a top class striker.
Thanks, Brendan. Best of luck Tuesday.
Thanks, Jordan. Thank you.